Hey y'all, I'm gonna do a quick video while I'm doing my eyelashes. Let's talk about Porsha Stewart and the Carlos King interview. Porsha is so lying. Like, if I had known Porsha through the TV, I would really believe everything I just heard her told Carlos King.
Go all my businesses. I let my
Listen, guys,
penthouse go.
listen.
What was deep in me that my mother had.
So what she's gonna say is a lie. And at this point, I think I rather believe what's that man's name, Simon, over Porsha. We all know that Porsha has been caught into lots of lies, so why would we believe her?
Put was being an entrepreneur, being a woman who can empower herself, being a woman who can constantly grow, being a woman who can identify and say who she is when she gets to that place. And I forgot about that part. And so within that marriage, although I had agreed to be this cute little housewife, that burning desire to have something for myself, it had to come out. And I just was growing. I mean, I was 30 and I started to grow. And that just wasn't the marriage to grow in. It's not his fault. It really wasn't mine. Sometimes a marriage is not yours to grow in with that person. And that one just wasn't growable, so we both had to leave it. That's really what that was.
When you say you were raised to be a wife, were you raised to be a rich man's wife?
Well, in the South, you want to marry up. I mean, that's just simple. I mean, you don't imagine yourself marrying someone where you're struggling. I hate that me now being on TV, that kind of gets flipped because at the same time, I was never struggling as an adult. I always, again, had my own very successful, etc. But when you say it, so many people don't understand that mentality because it's so old school. But yes, when you marry, it's like, yeah, you want to marry someone who can take care of you in the most traditional way. And in tradition, it is the husband who's the head of the household. He's the provider. He's everything. So not necessarily he has to be a millionaire, but his money is more important than yours. Hence, why when I got married, I sold my businesses and just depended on his, So yes, it's a part of it is definitely, honoring your husband, putting him at the head of everything. But as I have grown, yes, if I ever get married again, I will still honor my spouse. But I know that I have a place in that marriage too. I know that it's a partnership. I know that we should be standing side by side. I know that what means something to me should mean something to them. So it's a little bit different now. But being 30 years old, coming out of the gate, first marriage, I was set that way that being a wife was the pinnacle.
What is so fascinating to me is this. I've never even heard you say this. So when you was married to Cordell, you're like, I'm going to be a wife. And I'm going to forget about my businesses, remove myself from it, and be a wife.
100%.
So when you married Simon, you quit Dish Nation. You quit Housewives.
No.
Go ahead.
So when I married Simon, this is what happened. And I guess this is a for the record type of conversation.
Yes.
For the record. Okay.
For the record.
Okay, so for the record, I left Housewives for that break when I turned 40. I was around 40. And I had planned for that financially, mentally, everything. I knew that I had my daughter Pilar.
Guys, listen. Porsha is lying. And the reason why I said Porsha is lying, Simon said earlier on when he was talking to, I forgot that girl's name. Simon stated that Porsha left the job because whatever. I think he asked her or she said, and he was paying her $30,000. So no, Porsha, you stopped doing the show because Simon was giving you money. How about you stop lying for once, Porsha? Like, seriously, just stop lying. It's so annoying that Porsha is always lying, guys. Like, it's really annoying. Like, it's really annoying. Whatever, let's keep listening.
I knew that I wanted to experience real life in real time outside of the cameras. And I knew I was going to give myself that time to step away. So I had financially planned for that. These checks are large doing Housewives. So that means I had been very responsible with my income to know I could walk away from that check. And I did so. Then I met Simon. And at that point, I was working at Dish Nation. And,
No, she's lying because, guys, remember, she met Simon on the show. So how the heck is Porsha gonna say that she walked away from the show, then she met Simon? Like, What world are we living in? Like, is she crazy or what? And guys, if you're watching this far, please support my channel and please subscribe to the channel, because yeah, we need to be growing this channel, honey, because I'm gonna tell y'all the real tea and how I see this, because this, like, come on now, like, I would be, for all the years I've been watching Porsha, we've seen Porsha in so many lies. So why would I believe Porsha over Simon? Negative. Let's listen.
I'm traveling with him and all that, and it's like, oh, well, babe, I want you with me, and he decided to supplement that income. Well, thank you very much. You know, so that's how that happened. I did not leave Housewives because I got married and I just walked away from Housewives. It was planned.
Because you know, the rumor is you left Housewives when you married Simon because you didn't want to deal with answering questions about that relationship.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, I've dealt with worse questions on Housewives. Yeah. And I even came back after the turmoil, so that would even be worse, right?
No, Porsha, you came back because Simon's check is gone. It's up and gone at 30,000 allegedly. That I believe I remember Simon saying that he paid you. I think it was $30. 30,000. He said he paid her. And at that time, I was thinking like $30,000. That's it. Yeah, and Porsha is lying, guys. Like she sounds so convincing, but it's just not true. It's just not true. So what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm supposed to sit here and believe something that I know more than likely is a lie, because he's telling one story, she's telling another story. Like, who do you believe?
No, it's listen, I've had my feet to the fire, I've been burnt, I've been everything on this show. There's nothing that I'm afraid of. I had already genuinely let Housewives know prior to that reunion I wasn't coming back. They knew that already. Andy knew that, everyone knew that already. And that's before I even got with Simon. So, you know, I understand how it looks, and I'm the type of celebrity to where I don't chase after all the narratives that are out there. Do I think that some of them I probably should have addressed? Maybe. But I just don't do that, because at the end of the day, I am a public figure and my life is out there and people are going to come up with timelines and this and that. And you just can't chase it. I got to be too busy living my life. You know what I mean? And by the time I came back to Housewives, I was in...
One thing I heard her say, guys, she said that Simon says there's only one celebrity in this house, and it's me. Now, I don't know if Simon really said that, but if Simon said that, he's a true diva. Like, really, Simon? You're the celebrity? No, Porsha is a celebrity. But do you guys believe Porsha, guys? Because I don't. At this point, I'm going to sit here and believe what Simon told me. And Simon said that he told Porsha to quit the show, and he was giving her like 30,000, I believe it was. It might have been less, but I know it ain't 40. Because at the time, to me, I remember I was thinking that that's not even a lot of money. But what are your thoughts on that? Leave it in the chat. Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. Choose all so you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. Thank y'all so much for watching Miss Sam Daughter 2.